Oh, today has been a day. I'm still uploading this on Monday. It still counts. It still counts. Okay. Ha. Okay, so I am using Hive 5. Uh it's been nice and sunny shiny considering I think Texas winter is already done. So we're back up into, nice temperatures before we get to the death temperatures. How's it been so far? So, I've been working. I did. Hold on, I do have to sneeze. Is my nose going to let me? Ow. Okay, so, we'll see if I take a picture of, the side, the right here, um, by my bookshelves. Granted, my bookshelves are still terrible, but everything is put away. That's all that counts. Um, I do still have clutter on the floor, but it's not like it's clutter to here. It's not like clutter to here. So we're good. Um, and that was basically getting told by one of my friends that it needs to get done. Keeping in mind, halfway across the world, I'm told that it needs to get done, and I do it. So maybe I should listen to him a little bit more. Yeah. Um. So the next thing will be to do the lawn fawn stamps. I have ideas. It's just been having the motivation to do it. Um and I have enough. So here's the fun part. Now that the floor is clean, guess where my stamps are going to go? Yep, that's correct. On the floor. Yep. Okay, and then the other one is the diamond dot that I was doing. I was finally good and cleared out all of the. Yeah, we're not doing that with that because this can go all over the place. This one, however, is good. So I put everything in. I've taken all of the previous diamond dot stuff out, but I'm still working on this one. So I've got more of this done. All I have is this little space right here and some things over there. Yeah, it's still just because I've been working, this whole, like, most of February, I really haven't wanted to do the diamond dot thing. Again, I don't put anything in here. So you've got this week so far, and then this one, which did not get posted because it didn't. And then that one where we talked about the owls and the porcupines. And now we are on to this. So we're going to be using the angry bees while I talk about why I'm so freaking angry. It's not that I'm angry anymore, it's just frustration. So if you don't want to hear a woman rant about the mental load, which I'll tell you what that is in a minute, then just put me on mute. play some calming music. So the mental load is something that it's not a female thing. It can be the person who has the most responsibility. I'm gonna do this last because I have flowers. It is the person who is most responsible for all the things in the house. So if you have ooh, yes, sunflowers. So if you have somebody who is the one that pays the bills, or the one that picks up the kids, or the dog from daycare, or something like that, the one who makes the meals, who folds the clothes, who picks up after whomever, if you have a person who does more work at home and also has a, like, I'm gonna say works outside of the home and also works at home, they are the ones that carry the mental load. They are the ones that have a lot on their mind, that don't really stop thinking. Yeah, that's us. So, because I am a mom, and because I am one of those women that believe in gender rules. So, if I'm, you know, if I'm with a guy, then I firmly believe that they should be the ones making the money. And by the money, I mean not really all of the money, because Ember is old enough. Ember's 11. She's in school. So that's not the game I play anymore. Would I like to be a stay-at-home mom? Yes. Would things get done more? Oh, hell yes. Yes, they would. However, that's not how this works, unfortunately. I've been a stay-at-home mom. It's been, I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. We'll just go with that. Oh, this is seasonal. Okay, where's the spring stuff? Never thought I'd say that. I'm not really a spring person because most of these are bright colors and floral pink stuff. And I don't know where... Those are pretty. Okay. So basically I am the one that makes sure that, for the most part, that Ember makes sure that her stuff is taken care of. And with me putting in a whole lot of hours at work, some of the stuff that she is responsible for, because it's her stuff. It's her stuff. And we've talked about personal responsibility, and I think it's gone in one ear and out the other. In fact, from what happened today, I know it's gone in one ear and out the other. And it's not just one, it's also her dad. So I don't consider myself a bad mom. But the more I think about it, and I have to get away from this thinking. Because again, there is another adult here. Well, there is another person who has lived a good amount of time to be considered an adult here. He makes the majority of the money. But that's the thing, is that whenever... Oh, this is another seasonal one. Ooh. But yeah, whenever, the kid went... So here's what happened. Let me just... I woke Ember up, and, she did her usual things where she made herself breakfast and everything else, and everything was cool. She put stuff in the dryer, which was not something that I'm used to her doing at that amount of day, at that time of the day, but, whatever, it is what it is, okay. And then she comes out of her bedroom all dressed and ready for school, and she's a hugger whenever she wants to procrastinate, which is just fine with me. So she came over and she was messing with me and gave me a hug, and I'm like, what is that smell? Because it was it smelled clean, but she's also had perfume before and stuff, and she's overdone it. So I just thought that she had really odoriferous deodorant on, and that wasn't it. And I'm like, okay, well, I grabbed her by the shirt, and it was her shirt, and her shirt smelled nice. But then she came over and she sat on me, and we were snuggling before we went off to go drop her off. And like, she was sitting on my lap, so I'm sitting like this, and she's sitting like this. And I was talking about how, you know, I would rock her to sleep and everything. And then my hand went under her legs to scooch her more so that her butt wasn't directly on one of my legs, cutting off circulation. And the legs of her pants were wet. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's her whole, like, all of what she was wearing, her pants were wet. And I'm like, what is going on here? And she said that she forgot to, like, all of her clothes were in the washer, and that's a lie. We're gonna figure this out whenever she gets home in a few hours, because they're still dirty clothes. They're just in between the dresser and, like, this little section of her closet, and she will be cleaning those out today. But yeah, she had said that that she forgot. Well, here's the thing, is that her dad also had stuff in the dryer, so it, you know, I work on the weekends. He does not. Ember does not go to school on the weekends, therefore you would think that if I can't do the housework, it would be picked up without me saying, hey, can you do the thing? And granted, the problem with that, and it's not something that I would tell him, but the problem with that is that I would feel bad that I also, after working, did not get it done. So, it's just, it's one of those things. But yeah, today absolutely, like, just really made me mad. It was really frustrating, because it's like, oh, cool, okay, so now Nate's stuff is on his chair, and it's going to be all wrinkly, and he's going to be upset. And the problem is that he should have folded his stuff at least Saturday or Sunday, one of those days, and then told Ember to put her stuff in the dryer. Now I realize that even I, how old am I? A 38-year-old, you know, wife, mom, worker, all that stuff. Even I don't go right from washer to dryer to fold to put away. However, whenever our daughter is going to work, whenever our daughter is going to school with wet clothes, and there is no responsibility on the weekend, that makes me feel like that's one more thing that needs to be added to the list of stuff that I already have to keep up with as a person who goes to work, as a wife, as a mom, as a caregiver, as the woman. So what popped up into my head earlier this morning was the saying, a woman's work is never done. And I wanted to look it up. There isn't really a direct year of when it started being said, but it was definitely out of spite. There's a whole, like, there's more to the saying. So a lot of times we only say half of the saying. So one of them is with the cat. What's it called? I can't remember. I didn't even have it, like, it just popped up in my head and it went, something about, I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, there we go. Because I only remember the part that isn't said. Okay, so, I had to look it up. So, it's curiosity killed the cat. And that's the main part of the saying that you hear. The rest of the saying is, but satisfaction brought it back. So basically, you can be curious, but that's usually because you're going to be right. Or something like that. It goes a lot off of intuition and everything. So, the whole thing of the saying, because I needed to look it up, was Men may work from sun to sun, so sun up to sundown, but woman's work is never done. And I think that was whenever women started going into the workforce after the men got back from World War II. And it was not only them going to work to make their own money, which was very dangerous, but also the fact that then they had to come home and they had to start their housewifely duties. And it's just one of those things where it's like it's annoying. I wish that I could take up as much space as other people by not doing anything. And that's the thing, is that so I can blame Ember for knowing that she needed to get her stuff done and she didn't. I can also blame Nate for the fact that, you know, Ember's 11 and I get it, but it's still the same thing of you need to also remind her, or maybe this is a good way of telling her that you won't be reminded. This is the consequence. Please make sure you do it. And it's really hard for her to understand that oh god, this is gonna sound bad. When the primary parent isn't home, primary parent is me if we're playing along. The primary parent isn't home, therefore you will not be reminded to get stuff done. And that's the thing, is that maybe I'm doing her a disservice too by, you know, being the one to remind her. I don't know. No, I don't want those. Those need to go somewhere else. Okay, I also need to clean my desk, like everything that you don't see. This is the illusion of clean. But yeah, and it's something that she and I need to talk about. The whole thing of maybe I just need to give her like a weekly list of stuff to do. You know? Maybe that might help? I'm not quite sure. So, she and I will talk about it. And we'll talk about it only because I am staying in her, and I'm going to be an absolute... I am taking note from my mother because it annoyed the shit out of me and seems to work. I'm going to stay in her room until she gets everything clean. And I think I'm probably gonna, like, read or something. But yeah, it's just... It's one of those things that just drives me nuts. It really does. Like, why is it that I have to be the one who has to be on the ball at all times? Because I don't... And the only reason why, like, I'm cool with letting the house go to shit. I'm cool with there being dust in the corners, with stuff on the carpet, with the floor not being clean. That's fine. That's cool. However, whenever everybody else sees the thing, like Ember going to school with wet jeans, it wasn't jeans, they were leggings, but Ember going to school with, you know, wet clothes. Yeah. Just, it's annoying. So when is spring? Like, I've got this, but now I'm confused. What day is spring? March 20th. Okay, cool. Well, either way, it feels like spring here. So yeah, I have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday off. How I did that was I had, I was supposed to be at the other store that I was at last week. I was supposed to be there today, and she decided that she was going to let the kid sink or swim. Because nobody needs to be, you know, following you that closely. And even I had said that, you know, it's just not gonna work out with him. Because the one kid is good. The other one is too young to understand that whenever you make a list, and the one thing, like, you can't complete the first task, unless the rest of the tasks are part of the first task, you don't need to, like, stop. So he needed to do the buy for the next day, and instead didn't. He just went around talking to people. So whenever he came back in, I was like, so did you get the buy done? Do you have the receipt for it? Because I could just put in the receipt. And he was like, oh, that's what I was supposed to be doing. The fact that they're 20, like, both of the boys that I was babysitting are 20 years old. So I completely understand that, that is going to happen. However, the lady who's playing manager over there is not gonna take that for anything. That's no good. Yeah, it's horrible. Okay. My nose is running. Why is my nose running? So yeah, that's been my morning. The rest of the time has gone pretty well. I'm very happy that I have 3 whole days off. Have I gotten anything done today that's productive? No, I haven't. Am I okay with that? Yep, I am very okay with that. I kind of figured that I was going to be very sorry. I kind of figured that I wasn't going to be very productive today. But I am getting stuff done. I'm getting this done. I'm doing a lot of things. I did live stream today. I was playing Hightail, which is a blocky do-it-yourself game thing. And I enjoy those type of games. I'm looking for a specific wood type in there that only spawns in certain rare places, and I need it in order to upgrade my shit. And the problem is that I can't find it. So I'm dealing with that, and it's just a pain. So I was streaming in order to make sure that I didn't just rage quit. And really, it's not rage quitting, it's just me being bored. It's just I got bored with it. Why? Why you do that? Oh, this is gonna be horrible. Son of a bitch. Yep. Oh well. Okay, so I've got a lot of things that I need to do, specifically tomorrow. On Tuesday, there's a lot of stuff that I need to get done. And it's not really a need, it's just ticking things off of the checklist. So, do I have... because I used it last time. So, I'm looking in... that's not it. I don't like the goals ones. Oh, well, let's do it. Why not? Okay. Yuck. Mostly because it's using these, and I need to use these. Okay. And then it gives me more time with you. Where's my pen? Alright, so 23rd to the 25th. What? All the things. Some of the things. Things. The things. Why? What? Oh. Because days off. In quotes. How? Good question. Okay. So, I like these. There are 4 main things that I should do that I'd like to do. So, get hair re-dyed because it's growing out. The color's still fine, but it's growing out. It looks terrible. Tuesday. Tuesday is a must for these things. Grocery shopping. Dinner with me and the kid are gonna go out to eat. One fun stamps. And then 4 will be diamond dot thing. Okay. So other things I have, of course, I'm going to do the thing on Monday, or I'm going to upload this because this is Monday, and then I'm also going to do Wednesday. Wednesday lunch cards. Friday big card. Okay. And that's about it. So things I have to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so that one is no. Ta-da. Okay. Yeah. So that is that, and let me color these in. This is easy. This is the best part about this, is that, where's my pencil sharpener? There it is. Is that they're bees, so it's easy. Ick, of course. Let's not do it. Let's do it blue. So, this was also a stamp set for, like, birthday parties and stuff like that. So I had thought first that this was its little tongue. It's proboscis. And it's like, no, that's not it. That's just a little, like, a party thing that you hum in it and it makes the horrible noise. Alrighty. So those are my plans. Those are my ideas of things that are going to get done. I know that hopefully, on Friday, that is apparently when Resident Evil 9 comes out. And hopefully Rob will be streaming that so that I can watch it at some point. He's gonna see this. So I had asked him if I knew already that he had all of the physical copies, but I honestly didn't know how big of a nerd that he was. If he bought them but didn't open them and just bought like a digital copy, or if he like, bought them to play them, and he buys them to play, play them and everything. But yeah, I was actually going to try to buy him a digital copy of it. But never mind, because he's going to get the physical copy, and I tried being nice. Mostly because I want to watch him play it. And so what better way to get somebody to play something than, hey, I bought this for you, fucking play it. Okay, so that's it. It's kind of cute. It has some pink in it. Ick. So yeah, I really don't have, I've got a lot to do these 3 days. I've got a lot more than that to do, because it's just general stuff that I didn't do the last time that I wasn't working. Like, my last days off, I had just come off of an 11-day work week. I wasn't going to do anything. Well, now I have to get it done, because the crap in the kitchen is piling up on the floor, because nobody else can sweep up the kitchen. It's that kind of thing. So I will be doing that, and yeah, that's about it for this. Let me know how you like it. If you don't like it, you can also tell me. Please make sure to leave a thumbs up. Comment if you like, whatever. If this is your first time seeing me, bless you for staying till the end. I don't know what's wrong with you, but thank you. And I will talk to you guys on Wednesday.